It's time for another tale from the glass-coated world, with Brian as Paxton the human cleric and fighter, Chris as Aster Fortuna the half-elf rogue and bard, Ashley as Tara Dane the human fighter, and me, Mike, as the DM. Tara, Aster, and Paxton are still exploring the Abjuration level of the ruined wizard complex. So far, they've determined that part of the level is probably flooded, with the water being held back by a fragment of the magic wand they are seeking. They've also discovered a room full of beautiful glasswork, apparently crafted by someone working for the administrator of the Abjuration level, and without that administrator's knowledge. Finally, they found a large glass cylinder with a closed door and a small corpse inside it. Tara has just walked up to the cylinder, only to be confronted by a gray, misty shape floating on the other side of the glass. The inside of the cylinder is dark, since all the torches are by the walls, but you bring your own torch up. You think you can see a figure lying still in the middle of this cylinder as you get closer to it. And as you look more closely at it, a gray shadow suddenly fills your view and presses up against the glass. And it continues floating directly in front of you.
Like inside the glass?
Inside the glass.
Hey guys, there's a thing.
I pull out my rapier.
But does the figure have like a face or anything to it?
It's got a roughly humanoid shape, maybe the shape of a short humanoid, but you can't see any more than that.
Is it misty?
Yes.
Wait, so there's a corpse and a ghost, or a spirit,
Or a soul?
Yeah.
Can I point at it and cast message and see if anything happens? Like if there's a space for me to send a message?
All right, you can cast message, but you immediately realize that your spell has not penetrated this glass.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go to the door.
Okay, you go to the door.
And does the shape follow me?
Yes, the shape follows you around the glass toward the door and then hovers on the other side of the door.
I'm gonna like press my hand up against the glass.
Okay. The shape hovers. You can't tell if it's pressing something up against the glass. It's too vague.
Hey guys.
Yes.
Do you guys think I should open this door?
Wait a minute. Didn't we read a note? Something about a shadow. I don't know his name. Gribbish. And Gribbish was saying something, it might have been him, in the note about, I will not move further into this place because I saw a black shadow.
Yeah, but that doesn't imply that the shadow was bad or harmful. It looks like maybe this guy died. Like, if this thing is a prototype soul jar, like I think it is, then maybe this guy died inside and his soul is trapped in there and can't get out.
Freeing the other ones was not a bad thing.
Yeah.
All right, you can open it. And then I dramatically, because that's who I am, I do little cartwheels, like backwards cartwheels, to back away like 15 feet.
All right, is Aster hiding again?
No, not
Okay.
this time, because I want to be there to help if I need to.
All right. So you open the door. As you open it, there's a loud latching noise. The latch mechanism, you realize as you're opening it, this latch you can open from the outside, but if you're not careful when you go inside, if you were to let the door close behind you, you think you probably would not be able to open it again from the inside. As soon as you open the door, this gray mist surges forward through the door and just dissipates. It just disappears.
I hope we didn't just do something silly.
I think we just let a soul free.
I hope it was a good soul.
Maybe it went back to its god or whatever. I don't know.
Let's investigate that body, because who would get trapped in here?
Yeah.
Good.
Maybe a garden gnome, but
Okay.
maybe something else.
Who's going in?
I'll go.
Are you sure,
I'll hold
Paxton?
the door.
Yeah, you two make sure that I don't get trapped in here and become a second gray mist.
All right. Tara is holding the door. Paxton is going in. What's Aster doing?
I get closer so that I can help if something
All right.
happens.
You're going to stay near Tara?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this is too dangerous for me to go hiding.
All right, so Paxton, you walk inside, and you realize immediately that this is indeed another garden gnome.
Mm.
And searching it, you find, first of all, it has decayed somewhat, unlike that other one that you found near the cold door. It has decayed somewhat. It has nothing on it except for an empty water skin, an empty food pouch, and some jeweler's tools.
Okay. I'll pocket those jeweler's tools.
Okay.
Maybe we can use that with the sand. Maybe. I don't know if that's how you can make the glass, but...
Anything you want to do with the body?
There's nothing on it that like a name tag or anything like that,
no.
right?
It didn't bring its ID.
Well, I try to message Aster, and I say, "Hey, everything okay out there?" And what I'm really doing is I'm just testing to see if this thing is blocking all magic or whether it's like an anti-magic wall.
Well, the door is open.
Oh, well.
So you message Aster, and it immediately goes through the door, and yes, he hears you just fine.
Everything good.
Shut that door real quick.
I tell that to Tara.
Hey, are you quite sure?
No, I'm just saying that out loud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, shut the door, because you can open the door again, obviously.
Okay.
All right, she shuts the door.
Can you hear me, Aster?
Aster,
I'm
you cannot
messaging.
hear anything.
Yeah, I'm just like sitting there.
And one more thing, Paxton.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as that door shuts, you feel completely cut off. You suddenly realize that you have no divine connection whatsoever. You have no ability to access divine powers. You have no connection to your god or any gods. That buzzing, pleasant feeling that you'd been enjoying and you'd gotten used to, it is gone.
Okay, I try to message Tara, and I say, "Okay, let me out. Let me out now.
Nothing happens.
Tara, let me out." And I run up and I start banging on the door.
Okay, when he bangs on the door, I open it.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, suddenly as the door opens, the familiar divine magic comes flowing back in.
Wow. Okay, so this is not just glass. This is like anti-magic glass.
I walk in and I grab the little gnome body.
Okay.
And then I move it. I break down some of the boxes.
Okay.
And try to fiddle around with making some kind of makeshift casket, but just to cover him up neatly.
Okay.
And
You can put him in a box.
And
or her. I don't know. It's hard to tell at this point.
And I tell Paxton, do you know any kind of funeral rites or some kind of prayer to set this soul to peace? Because now I really do believe you guys did a good thing by opening this door.
I can just say a few words.
Sure.
So, let's totally commit this poor little garden gnome soul to, totally rad eternal rest. Forever and ever. Amen. And then I shoot firebolt at the casket to, set it on fire.
Nice.
Like a cremation.
So, are we going to do this for every corpse we find?
No, I just feel like this was a pretty nasty way to go.
Okay.
Paxton seemed super scared when that door closed.
Yeah, I feel like a connection to the healer as soon as I chose them as a god that I didn't feel before. And whenever that door shut, I not only could I not message anyone from inside, but I felt cut off from the healer as well. And I don't know, I guess that's what that note talked about, being able to keep divine influence out.
Yeah, definitely feel like it was the right thing to do this. We're not going to do this for every soul, but this thing was trapped, unable to return back to where it belongs, and so this was nice.
Whatever happens to souls out here in this world, it is obviously getting trapped in a jar is not the natural thing that's supposed to happen to a soul, which means that, I don't know, getting trapped in that soul jar like things were back in, was it 83 that we came from?
Mm-hmm.
Getting trapped in that soul jar, that must have been terrible.
Yeah, terrifying.
It's not the natural order of things.
All right, let's continue to move along. You guys want to explore? Let's explore. Let's just be careful.
Where
Okay. Tara's thinking about Finn and feeling pretty sad now.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know Finn, but I've probably had people that have passed away, and
Mm-hmm.
not a great feeling to think they felt a void for who knows how long.
Yeah, I wonder what would happen if there wasn't a soul jar. Well, let's look for another door to keep exploring.
Let's keep exploring. This became morbid.
Onward and upward.
Yep.
Or downward.
Back around the large area, but not quite as large as the room you're in, the area you came through, there was a door on the south wall, and then there was the door with the dead gnome, and then there was another large area around to the north that you never explored.
Yeah, we're going to go to that south door.
The south door.
Yeah, this is a systematic exploration.
All right, systematic exploration. You go to the south door. The south door has a stone sign above it that says library.
Oh, great.
Heck yeah. I love libraries.
Yeah, good book is always good. And then I put my ear to it and I try to hear if there's anything on the other side.
Okay. You don't hear anything.
All right, we should be able to go in, just tread lightly.
Can't wait for the dangerous library.
Everything is dangerous here.
Opening the door.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Wow, that room we were in is humongous compared to this library.
Mm-hmm.
You enter this library. This library is it's another weird shape. It's not a square or even a trapezoid. It's about 80 feet by, well, depending on which side you're looking at, it could be 80 to 100 feet across. It's a strange shape. The walls are covered in shelves, but most of the books are gone. There are a few books here and there. There are some scrolls here and there, but most of the contents of this library have disappeared. Not only that, but the floor is covered in water. The floor is covered in water. The rug here is soggy and ruined. There are ruined books and scrolls on the ground. There's rotten furniture everywhere. It's kind of a mess. It looks like at some point water flowed into this room and then was partially removed, but water has gotten back in again, maybe very slowly.
How many pieces of the wand do you think we've located? I can't remember.
So far, only one.
Only one?
Right.
It wasn't two? It was just
You've only found one for sure.
Okay.
You found what you think might be the location of one behind that door with the dead gnome in front of it.
Got it.
Yeah, we found the symptoms of the wand, but not the one fragment itself.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm starting to feel like maybe making that floodwater, if that's really what it is, open up might put the civilians above in danger. What if it overflows and goes upward?
Well, it'd have to flow down and fill up several floors before it started going up, right?
That's true. We just don't know how much water is here. Anyway, just a thought.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to have to find out, though.
Yeah. Well, let's keep going.
So, question, can I tell, or at least try to ascertain where the water is coming from, where it's flooding from?
Yeah, so investigate the room. Yes, so Tara, you're searching around the room and you realize that the wall behind the northwest row of shelves, there's water leaking out through that wall. There are some cracks in it behind the shelving, and water is kind of running down the wall and under the shelves and into the room.
Okay.
It must be going very slowly, though.
Mm-hmm.
That means that the shards, their influence doesn't extend super far. I mean, at least we know that.
Well, so are there any, I don't know, like readable scrolls or books around?
There are some books higher up on the shelves you can try to have a look at and see if they've survived. You want to make a search of the room?
Yeah.
And I'm helping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So first of all, you find a wizard's spell book.
Not bad.
An actual book with a bunch of spells in it. I'll give you those spells. I'll just send those spells to you if you're interested.
It's something I would give to Paxton.
Right. You also find a scroll with a map. Let me see if I can find it. You find a scroll that looks like this. You find a scroll that has sort of a side... Well, I'll let you guys describe it. How would you describe that?
Essentially a map of the floors. Just... Yeah, pretty much the same as the other map, but drawn by someone who took a different perspective.
Yep, it kind of looks like it's going down vertically now, that we can actually look at it that way.
Yeah, it's like a side view instead of like a side top down.
Mm-hmm.
It's not 3D, it's 2D.
Right. there's that map, and
We're on Abjuration, right?
Abjuration, yeah. We're the second floor down.
There's a lot of floors.
Yep. That just means a lot of experience together, right? Right, Aster?
Mm-hmm.
you also find 3 more copies of Private Sanctum.
Jeez.
And I have one of those right now in my bag.
Yeah,
Can anyone
you
even
got a
use
wadded
these
up copy.
scrolls?
And that's it. That's
I-
all you find.
I don't think I can use Private Sanctum. It's a higher level wizard spell, right?
Oh, it's not one of those scrolls you release and it uses the magic.
You can use it if you make an Arcana check.
Cool. Good to know. Do you guys want to keep traveling down? I feel like I don't want to be on this floor anymore.
Now, I should add only Paxton can use it because Paxton has access to the wizard spell list.
Got you.
All right, so what do you want to do now?
Part of me wants to shoot a bunch of firebolts at that frozen door to see what happens.
North first.
Yeah, that's a good point. North first.
All right, so you go up north. You can see that the structure that housed the maze has a northern side that you have not explored. And you can see that there's another large space off to the northeast that is lit by a bunch of torches, and you'd need to enter it because it's so big. You need to enter it to have a better look at it. And then there's this north wall closer to you that has a door in it.
I use dancing lights just to see if it can brighten it up just a little bit more.
You want to look into that room a little bit farther?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Richard.
And you can see there's a pool of something to the north, and there's some structures.
The last time we saw boiling, fiery stuff, a hellhound attacked us.
Well, haven't seen any, anything barricading the door or anything. So
Yeah.
we're safe in that.
Okay. So that's what you can see. You can see there's a pool of some kind of liquid in a building, but again, unless you walk further in there, you're not going to be able to see more.
Okay. I'm gonna go along the right wall.
Okay.
The kind of the south side of the north
Okay.
room.
You're going to keep creeping along that wall?
Yep.
You follow along that wall. You see that there's a building here. I'll go ahead and describe the general description as you enter. Walking to the northeast, you come upon an even more enormous space. Although this area has clearly been excavated, it nonetheless feels more natural. The floor is not as flat, the walls are not as smooth, the ceiling still has some stalactites hanging from it. It must have been at least partially a natural cave at some point. Inside this space, you see a variety of structures and objects, the purposes of which are not obvious. To the north is a large pool of bubbling green liquid. Against the north wall are 2 wooden buildings, each 10 feet by 10 feet. 20 feet south of them is a larger stone structure, 20 feet by 20 feet.
So it's 2 structures in a pool?
All right, so let me keep going. So 20 feet south of them is a larger stone structure, 20 feet by 20 feet. 50 feet south of that is another stone structure, 20 feet by 20 feet. East of those last 2 buildings, over 150 feet away from you, 2 large metal poles emerge from the floor, about 50 feet away from each other. Each pole has a round metal ball atop it. The one on the left has a pedestal or lectern next to it. Against the northeast wall are some shoddily built wooden structures. To the southeast, the angled wall is broken by an empty doorway. In front of the doorway lies a steel door surrounded by stone rubble lying on the ground. So as Tara inches her way along the right wall, she comes upon this opening here. There used to be a door in. The door is now lying on the floor with bits of stone rubble.
All right, Dara motions to the open door. Because, there's nothing keeping anything out of there, so she may as well look at that first.
Paxton and Aster, I assume you are directly on Tara's heels?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're right behind her.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I'm going to go through the open doorway.
I'm going to
Go
stand
through
at the
open
door.
doorway.
It's another freaking bathroom.
No. At the back of the room is a pen, a metal container. The door of it is lying on the floor in front of the pen. The room has some sort of food supplies, like animal food supplies along the walls, but they look like they've been untouched. You also see that there are some tables along the east wall that have a bunch of jars with liquid in them, but the jars are all empty. Some of them have been smashed to the ground. And other than that, this room is empty.
Are there any acid scorch marks or black jelly or anything on the ground to imply that maybe this is where the puddings came from?
No.
I feel like it might be the hellhounds.
You don't see any signs of blast marks like
I
you
wanna
saw with the
go-
hellhounds.
I want to go look up at the pen to see, what its kind of furnishings were.
they were completely bare. You don't see any signs of, a bed for something to lie on. You don't see any straw. You don't see... There's a bucket of water in the corner, but there's a bucket that used to have water in the corner. It's now empty.
How big is this pen?
It is 10 feet by 10 feet.
So it's tall enough for a person.
Yeah, a person could be in here.
This could have been like a jail or something.
Yeah.
Tara shrugs.
Let's keep exploring.
Should investigate the foodstuffs and things.
Okay. There is a variety of basically dried meats. All of them untouched. Some of them packed in bags, some packed in boxes.
Does it look like for humans?
No, it looks like this is probably animal food or animal feed of some kind.
Okay.
She leaves this room.
Okay.
We follow.
Back into the main room. Okay, where do you want to go? There are these 2 metal poles here. There are these shoddy wooden buildings along the northeast wall. There's this stone building here and a stone building to the north of it.
I want to take a look at the one to the south.
You want to look at that stone building to the south?
Just want to see what it looks like.
Okay, well, it is a stone building, 20 feet by 20 feet, with a with a metal door on the north side.
Can I listen in?
Sure, you listen to the door. No sound at all.
There's the door. I wiggle it. Is it locked?
You can unlatch it. It's got a pretty solid latch, but it's easy to undo from this side.
Should we open this?
Yeah.
I open it and slowly move it as I move against the door, just in case.
All right, you open the door, you look inside. It is an empty stone room with one exception. In one corner is some sort of bizarre contraption. It's like a tall cylinder, about 8 feet tall, and it has all sorts of things projecting off of it. Currently, it has a wide variety of blades sticking out of it. And there is a switch on the side of it that says B, S, and P, and is currently set to S.
Should I use Mage Hand and move the levers, or should we avoid this contraption?
What's it currently set to?
It's currently set to S.
S? I turn it to B.
All right.
Wait.
Paxton walks up and turns it to B. All of the blades retract, and suddenly a bunch of blunt metal and wooden sticks stick out of it.
I think this is a training device. I think it can be set to blunt, slashing, or piercing.
Huh, that is an impressive assumption. I think you're right.
Paxton, now that you're inside, yes, you see that there is a switch on the wall that it says on or off.
Yeah, let's not toy with this.
It's currently set to off.
Don't do it, Paxton.
You can see the look in Paxton's eyes that he's looking at Aster and then looking at the toggle on the wall and trying to think of an excuse for why he should press this switch.
You should see what it does.
There's no reason. Well, here. Why don't you come back out here and let me use Mage Hand to turn it on so that you don't get...
Let him do it.
Bludgeoned to death.
Yeah, okay. That's probably the smartest. You flip the switch with your Mage Hand and we'll just watch it go crazy.
I do that.
All right, you flip the switch, and instantly this thing springs to life, spinning randomly left and right, bouncing insanely around the room.
That would have been bad.
Bumping into the walls. I mean, it's not damaging the walls, but if someone were in here and weren't really good at defending themselves, it's pretty clear it would cause some damage. It's just continues swirling around the room. It makes kind of a horrible screeching noise too as it bounces around the room.
It's a death Roomba.
Yep.
Turn it off.
I turn it off with the Mage Hand.
All right, you open you stick your Mage Hand in there. You flip the switch, and it just stops right where it is.
I wonder if we could fight it for experience.
Maybe we can get something in there, turn it on with the Mage Hand, and trap it inside, and wait for it to destroy whatever we put in.
That sounds really cruel.
I mean, if we have to, I can always let it chase me, go into the room, turn invisible, walk out, Mage Hand the door, and trap it inside.
How much XP do you think we'd get for destroying it while it's turned off?
I don't know. Anyway, we should keep exploring. I'm assuming the other room, the other building is another contraption like that. We don't need to look at it if we don't want to.
Yeah, we totally do.
So
I want to look over at that lectern as we're walking up, though.
Okay, you walk by. There are these 2 silvery metallic projections coming out of the floor with spheres on top of them. And this panel has some switches on it. But you continue to the building. It has a metal door. What do you want to do?
Open it.
You open the door. So the inside of this room is kind of weird. It has a lot of projections sticking out of the walls all over the place and the ceiling. A weird pattern along all the walls. And in the middle of the room is a stone pedestal with a simple switch in the middle of it.
Is it labeled?
Nope.
Mage hand it.
Room.
Yeah, I mage hand it.
All right, so you're all standing in the doorway.
I get the heck out of the room.
Yeah. I wait till she gets up before I smash it with mage hand.
Oh, okay. All right. So you smash it with mage hand, and the entire area is filled with a thunderous crack.
Oh.
There's an enormous boom coming from the pedestal in every direction. Your mage hand is instantly dispelled.
Wow.
And it echoes out into the rest of the room, although you do find that those weird projections on the walls seem to dampen the noise somewhat outside the room.
Does it feel like maybe if we were inside it'd be deafening?
That was a thunder wave.
Oh my god.
Is the room roughly a 15-foot cube?
It's 20 feet.
20 feet.
Interesting. All right, I don't like this room. We should continue to move. But before that, I walk towards that big, giant pool of whatever that is.
Okay, the big pool.
Yeah, what is that?
All right, so you walk toward the pool. It is a pool of bubbling green liquid. It roils and bubbles and twists.
Yeah, I move directly away from it. Acid! I don't want to be near it. Wait, why?
And you notice something.
Oh, okay.
You notice in the north end of the pool, you notice under the acid, doesn't look like it's very deep. It's maybe 1 or 2 feet deep. You see under the acid, there's something kind of glowing, dimming and brightening, dimming and brightening.
Oh, man. I move back and I see if my mage hand can go in without burning.
Your mage hand is destroyed as soon as it sinks into that acid.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. Do we have any kind of metal prongs or something around that we can pick at it with?
Not that I know of.
So this is what I'm gonna do. How heavy is a scimitar?
A few pounds.
I'm going to cast Mage Hand,
Mm-hmm.
put the scimitar in the Mage Hand, and try to scoop it out. Yes.
Is that a 2-foot scimitar?
Yeah, scimitar is a
Yeah, okay.
pretty long blade.
Yeah, I should be able to.
All right, so you stick it in there. Yeah, you can see that your scimitar's surface is being corroded by this, but it can put up with it for a little while. And you sort of push whatever this blur is toward the edge. You can't quite fish it out. Well, I guess if you want to try to fish it out, I'll let you make a dexterity check.
Okay.
I give him guidance.
Dexterity check and then the
D4.
D4, thank you. 18.
18. All right. You flip something up out of the acid and onto the stone floor, and you can see it's a little gem, and it's brightening and dimming as you look at it. It's glowing white, then turning sort of a grayish color, then brightening, and then turning grayish color.
There's no, because I wouldn't I know it's magical or something along those.
It's obviously magic.
Yeah, so, and I can't do an intelligence to see what it is. Like, I wouldn't know what this is.
No, you haven't seen something like this before, or at least you don't know enough about these sorts of things to be able to identify it.
Okay, I, with Mage Hand, shake my scimitar until there's no acid on it.
Okay.
Put it away, and then I grab the gem with the Mage Hand and show everybody.
Okay.
We should wash it off before you put it away.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to shake the acid off of it.
Do I know what it is? The gem?
It's not a gem that you've seen before.
Should we?
What about me?
I mean, if you want to make an Arcana check, I'll let Paxton try.
Can I give him advantage?
You can try to give him inspiration, bardic inspiration, if there's. Oh, you want to try to help him with your
to help
Arcana
him,
check?
yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah, all right.
That was a 3.
With
advantage, you
with
can roll again
advantage?
and take the higher one.
Okay. That's a 6.
All right. Nope, it's magic. You don't know more than that. It probably does something other than just brighten and dim, but you don't know what.
I think I'll pocket it, and we can try to figure this out. Maybe someone out there knows detect magic. We can do that later.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
Where do you want to go next?
What should I call this when I put it into my inventory? To like my notes. What should I call this?
Just call it
Flashy gem?
Yeah, flashy gem.
Got it. All right,
Want
let's
to
move to
explore
the
those
next
2
one.
structures?
The ones to the north?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You go up to the structures to the north. They both have wooden doors in front of them.
I open it.
You open the wooden door. And inside, you find a wooden room. in the middle of the room is a stool, just to sit on. And then in front of that, I assume, are you doing the one to the west or the one to the east?
The one to the west.
The one to the west. So in front of you is a wooden chest with some iron bands that hold it together.
I whack the chest with my mace.
Okay, you whack the chest with your mace, it rattles.
Not a mimic.
Not a mimic.
I open the chest.
You open the chest. And I need you to make a saving throw.
Darn it! I was going to say.
I need you to make a. Let's say it's a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That's a 17.
17. You save, so you take half damage.
I take no damage because of the shield
right,
master.
Your shield. That's right. So there's a blast of brilliant white light, and radiant damage explodes out of something glowing inside this chest. And you, however, pull your shield up in time and duck out of the way. And the chest sort of drops itself closed. The lid drops closed.
Oh, it closes on its own?
Yeah, I mean, he lifted the lid up, and then it was blasted with radiant energy, and then the lid slammed closed.
All right, don't do that again. I'm going to do something. Please move away. I use Mage Hand, and I put it above the lid.
Okay.
And I open it away from, just so I can hold the chest open.
Is anyone in the room?
I get out of the room so Aster can do this.
Okay. All right. You're standing outside. You can see the room fills with blinding light. The walls, as you let it just sit there open, the walls start to smoke a little bit.
Oh, so it's continual?
Yeah, it's just continuously emitting blinding radiant energy.
Should we close this? I wanted to get what was in it out, but...
Yeah,
If it's gonna scorch us, I'd rather.
Yeah, that's a lot of... Is there any way that I can shield myself from the brightness and walk up to it?
You could hide behind your shield, but you can't look at it without exposing yourself.
Well, can I walk up behind the chest, hold the door open without getting hurt so he can use the mage hand to get whatever's inside out of it?
Yeah, you could try to do that.
Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Yeah, all right, so you stand behind it, hold it open. You're going to use the mage hand to try to grab it.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as the mage hand moves within range of it, it gets dispelled.
What is this thing? And
Abort!
It, right?
And I shut the chest.
Man. All right, so that didn't work.
Tara, you're standing around outside waiting for these idiots to finish whatever they're doing, right?
Yeah.
All right. I need
Science
you,
bros.
and this is very important.
You should cast darkness on it.
I need you
That's
to
a good
make
idea.
a perception check.
Oh, no.
Oh. I got a 0. Wait. I don't know. No, sorry, it's a 3.
A 3?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this is also very important. I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
No.
These are not things I am good at. 10.
Okay.
No.
What's your intelligence?
7.
Oh, no.
7?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you got lucky. All right.
Wow.
Okay. You take 13 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And that's it. You don't know what just happened. You just suddenly feel an intense pain in your head. Something is trying to get in your head. It doesn't feel like that voice talking in your head from before. But something was messing around in your head. It hurts a lot. And it suddenly, as soon as you were able to resist it, it suddenly stopped. You're still standing alone outside.
And we're still figuring out that chest, right?
Yeah.
Are we doing that? Are we doing what you said while she's out there dying? Well, I mean,
How
we don't
hard is
know.
it for you to cast darkness?
I can do it once,
Okay.
and it's just a simple, it doesn't use up any spell slots, nothing like that. But
Okay.
then I can't use it again until a long rest.
Okay, I'm going to walk in the room from behind the thing. I'm going to open it with my shield up so it doesn't hurt me, and then you cast brightness, or you cast darkness on it.
Let me see if it's a concentration, because if it is, I can't use Mage Hand.
Tara, while they're discussing this, what are you doing?
She's kind of looking around her frantically.
Okay. Yeah, make a perception check
Okay.
now that you're looking frantically.
10.
All right. You spot something running away.
Mm.
You just barely catch it. Around the corner to the southwest, you're standing up to the north by this north wall. You spot something run around this corner here. You can just barely see a couple of legs, weird, muscular, pinkish legs, run around that corner. It looks almost like the rear legs of a four-legged animal, but you're not sure what it was.
Okay, Tara's gonna shout, "Hey, come here!"
Oh, as I'm
Those
about to
guys.
cast, I hear that, and I'm like, oh, something's going on. Should we wait?
What?
Should we leave? I just heard Tara.
What did she say?
She said, come out here.
Was she talking to you?
I just run out.
All right, Aster comes running out.
Paxton does too.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
No. Tara points in the direction she saw the thing running, and she's like, "There's a thing. I don't know what it is. It hurt my head."
Can I see it anymore?
No, you can't see anything.
I'm going to run over.
Yeah, let's sprint after it.
I'm going to dash over.
Okay, you run around the corner here. You don't see anything. There's nothing here moving around, nothing to be seen.
Is there a... Oh, it keeps extending, does it?
Yeah, it keeps going around the corner.
Or should
All
we
right, I
gonna
checked
keep
the
going?
door.
You check this door?
Yes.
Okay, this door is locked.
Then I tell them, let's keep going the other way, see if there's a... We keep running.
Keep running around the corner. You run past the maze exit. You run past the frozen door. You run to the library door. You run over to where the glass cylinder is. I guess everybody make a perception check.
21.
Yeah, not good.
12.
You don't see anything.
Huh.
It's just quiet.
Darn it.
Even with a 21.
Even with a 21.
Wow.
Maybe if I cast fairy fire in the area, maybe it's invisible.
Yeah, this is a pretty big...
I don't know.
It's a pretty big area. But it's not invisible if Tara saw some pink legs.
But maybe it can cast invisibility.
True.
It's up to you guys. I don't think I can only do it in a 60...
I think you'd be really groping in the dark.
Yeah, I can do it 60 feet with a 20-foot cube, but, 20-foot cube around this area with a range of 60.
Well, I figure it's got to be around here somewhere, and unless it could lock that door real quick, then...
I could have went into the maze.
Yeah, I don't want to keep exploring blindly if there's something stalking us. What did it feel like when it attacked you?
Pain in my head.
Darn it.
Is
What do we
it
do?
possible you just got a headache?
Like, all of a sudden, just
Yeah.
and then it went away for a sec. Like, and no.
Have you been drinking plenty of water?
Probably not.
But you felt like you took damage, correct? Like you felt
I most certainly
completely
did.
ill. Okay, yeah, that feels like that might be magical. We need to be careful. We need to look around. We can't just let something... I don't like being surprised. I like having the advantage.
Maybe it locked the door right there.
That's possible. What did it look like when it ran away?
Was it small? Was it...
Let me look up size.
What is this?
Paxton
like a
is
chart.
doing a nature check to think about any animal that he might know of that can, make someone's head hurt.
Make a nature check.
11.
You don't know of anything natural that does that. Its size is tiny.
Oh, was it cute?
Well, don't know.
I feel like, okay, all right. So I think I'm just shooting in the dark. Whatever it did was magical. It can't be some kind of normal creature. Maybe it's a humanoid kind of creature. Maybe it's a goblin or a gnome.
You don't have to be magic to be psychic, do you?
No, I've heard of creatures that can... I think I've heard of creatures that can do something like
Sure.
that.
Tara runs to the little animal room,
Okay.
and she grabs some food.
Okay, you
from
grab
the
some food.
shelves
Interesting.
in case she
Alright.
sees the thing again.
You grab some animal food, some
Yeah.
dried meat. Where to next?
Should I try to unlatch the locked door?
What are you, the rest of you, doing while Tara does that?
I'm telling the group, we follow Tara. We ask her if she wants us to unlock that locked room.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, why
Let's
not?
go for it.
I put my ear to it and try to listen in.
Okay.
You want me to roll or you want to roll perception?
I'll roll a perception check. Yeah, you don't hear anything.
I use my thieves tool to unlock the door.
Make a tool use check.
Nat 20.
Oh my goodness. All right. And then Slock can't stand up to Aster Fortuna. I haven't drawn anything in this space, but I'll
You
describe
lots
the space.
can.
All
All
right.
right. So this is a similar shape and size to the library. It's about 80 feet north to south, and the width depends on what part of the room you're in, but it's as little as 80, as much as 110 feet wide. This is some kind of storage for armor.
Oh.
There is a variety of armor. Well, there used to be a variety of armor around the room. There are a bunch of stands, display cases. There is not much left in here now, but there apparently used to be quite a bit of stuff. Also, there is some more signs of leakage in here coming from the southwest wall. The floor has got a layer of water on it, and anything that is in contact with that's metal, like metal boots from various suits of armor, they're all rusted. But there's quite a bit of armor in here. You could find just about any kind you're looking for in terms of non-magical stuff. So if you want to get a non-magical suit of leather armor,
Yeah, can I get
can grab
studded?
one.
Is there studded?
yes, there's studded leather. You can get a suit of studded leather.
Okay, I'm gonna stuff.
Perception check to see if I see the creature thing.
Okay. You do not. You don't see anything living in here. You see some suits of armor. There are a bunch of breastplates that have the Eldritch Knight symbol on them. And of course, you don't know if any of this might be magical.
Can I just investigate the room further? See
Okay.
if I see anything else.
Yeah, so it looks like there are cracks in the walls to the southwest. It looks like the wall is actually slightly bowed outward, like into this room from the southwest, the direction of where you think that frozen area is. And there are some cracks in the wall that water is seeping through very slowly.
Is it possible to know if what is the advantage of having cast off armor?
Oh, cast-off armor, I think you can take it off quickly.
Okay, then I want a pair of cast off studded leather.
Okay, you can find a set of cast-off studded leather.
Okay, I put that in my bag. I'm gonna keep the 16 armor class though for now.
Okay. Yeah, so if there's any type of armor, there are shields, all sorts of defensive equipment.
I feel like Aster being able to take off his armor quickly is very Aster.
Yeah, can't make it real quick.
Are there any helmets?
Yes, there are helms.
If I put on a helm, does it increase my AC?
No, not in 5th edition it doesn't, unless it's magic.
Are there any? There's no magic helms, right?
I mean, you can't tell.
That's a good point.
I turn myself towards the door just in case.
Okay,
Keep
an eye on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any helms that look like they might have runes or anything like extra fancy about them?
There's one helm that has a nice fancy horsehair crest on top of it. It looks like it's in really good shape. I mean, it's weathered time really well. Sometimes that's a sign or an indication of magical ability.
It sounds fashionable, even if it's not magical. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on and see if it does anything.
Okay. You don't immediately notice anything.
Okay, but I'm just wearing it for the next fight.
Okay, cool.
How do I look?
You look, yeah.
He looks very flamboyant. It's a big red horsehair crest going front to back.
I saw you more as like a bull or a boar or something, not really a horse, but go you stallion.
Yeah, Paxton jerks his head back and forth to make the horsehair swish, and he goes, "This feels a bit more Aster than Paxton."
I say, well, I think it's very fashionable, Paxton. And then I do a perception of the door.
Nope, you don't see anything.
Wait, question: are there any helms that don't look dumb?
There are some simpler helms, sure.
They'll mess up my hair. Never mind.
Okay.
Is there another one of those flamboyant ones?
No, there's not. That's the only one.
I tell you what, if this one doesn't do anything special, you can have it.
I just wanted to match you.
I'll trade it to you for that flashy gem.
Well, no, I think we need to, detect magic first to see what it is. I'm just storing it. We can see what it is.
Okay, okay.
I'm just holding on to it. If I die, you can have it.
Aster's gonna look like Rufio.
You shouldn't have told me that. Now I'll be slower to cast Spare the Dying on you.
Well, I hope not. I hope our friendship means, a lot.
I punch you in the shoulder and I'm like, I'm just messing with you.
I knew.
Y'all guys had something to do in that little outhouse or whatever, right?
Yes, let's try to do that, Paxton. But first, before we do anything, Tara, keep a lookout and...
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking for the thing that's trying to murder my head.
Yeah, because if it's casting magic, it might need to be in your view to cast. So maybe there's a way you can defend yourself against that.
Yeah, you be the lookout while we do our chest shenanigans.
Yeah, y'all have fun.
And then I tell the DM.
Yes?
With darkness, it says that, I don't know if this works this way, but it says if any of the spell's area overlaps with an area of light created by a spell of level 2 or lower, the spell that created that light is dispelled. So I'm going to, with that assumption, I'm going to go in there. I need concentration to use this, so I can't cast Mage Hand. So as soon as I use darkness, you won't be able to see anything.
That's fine.
But once you lift the chest, you'll be able to feel around.
Right.
So let's do that.
All right, so I walk into the room. I walk behind the chest, and I squat down on the ground, and then from the back of it, I grab the front of the chest and pop open the chest lid.
And I simultaneously cast darkness around it.
Okay. So you pop open the chest lid and you cast darkness around it. Your darkness is dispelled.
Dang, it's a
almost
strong
instantaneously. However, for the briefest moment, the room is just slightly dimmer. And you can see inside the chest, shining brightly, you can see that there is a sword.
Hold on. Can I just pick up the chest and dump whatever's inside out and then close the chest?
Yes?
I do that.
All right. Make a saving throw.
Oh my.
You've just shut yourself in you've got yourself in the room with this radiant thing. So make a saving throw.
A natural 1.
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
Paxton, you are blasted with 6 points of radiant damage from this sword that clatters to the ground. And the building starts to smoke.
But can he grab the sword, or is the sword emanating heat as well?
The sword is emanating radiant energy. Now, my question is, do you want to stay in here with it?
I stand there crisping slightly as I decide what to do about the sword.
All right, I'm going to give you a few seconds to decide what you're going to do.
I reach out and grab the sword.
Reach out and grab the sword. Make a dexterity saving throw. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, make a dexterity saving throw.
Please, God.
That is a 9.
A 9. All right. You are attempting to reach toward it. You get blasted by another 9 points of radiant damage, but you grab the sword.
Is it still glowing bright enough to hurt me?
Make a wisdom save.
That is an 18.
All right. You will the sword to stop, and it does.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We did it. And
you
I
have
gotta
in your
give him a high
hands
five.
a short sword.
Is it magical?
Probably not. It's hard to know. It is
Short
glittering even now, but it's a short sword.
And I slash it
you are
through the
extra
air a
crispy
couple
at
times.
this point, right?
Yeah, I am at 34 points of damage. 34 hit
You
points.
have 34 hit points. Okay.
So what are you doing with the sword?
I'm still smoking a little bit. My eyebrows are singed off, but I'm like, yes, as I swash it through the air.
Paxton's beard is a little shorter.
Yeah. But it looks cool and good.
Now you can keep the sword, but can I see if I can hold it? See if it will crisp me if I grab it.
Okay, let me try something. And I put the sword on the ground and let go of it.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Okay, and I point to Aster.
I grab it and I swing it around.
Okay, you have a sword.
Okay. I hand it back to Paxton.
So it's glittering, unlike a regular
I
sword.
love how fashionable it looks.
I glance over my shoulder like, so you guys got a sword. Woo.
Tara, make a perception check.
12.
All right. Make an intelligence saving throw.
Turn it.
18.
Oh, all right.
Nice.
All right. You...
Sorry, I guess that would be a 16 because of my minus 2.
Right, -2. You are able to resist. Once again, something is probing your mind, but this time you're more ready for it, and you push it away.
I'm looking around for the thing.
You don't see anything.
What is happening?
I get some of the little animal food out of my pocket.
Okay.
They go, hey, little guy, come here. I got some treats for you.
Yeah, nothing happens.
I say it really persuasively.
All right, you make a persuasion check.
20. Unnatural.
20. All right. You hear some pawing noises from around one of these big metal poles to your southeast. You hear some pawing noises, and something bulbous and round and pink leans around the pole. And I would say it looks in your direction, but it doesn't have eyes.
Hey, little guy.
If I had to describe this, I would describe it as a cat-sized brain on legs.
Hey, do you like, dried meat?
All right, make an intelligence saving throw.
Darn it.
11.
You failed. Okay.
Could I? No, it's too late.
Yeah, you can hear Tara talking to something. All right. Tara, you fall unconscious.
Oh.
Your intelligence score is reduced to 0.
Oh my god.
You guys are, dealing with this sword. You hear Tara clatter to the ground. She drops her shield. She just falls unconscious to the ground. Tara, you are stunned.
Okay.
I run out and look around. Do I see anything?
Make a perception check.
I don't see anything.
I got an 18.
Yes. Paxton, you can see after you run out, but do you have the sword?
Yes, I have the sword in my hand.
All right. Running away from you, running in fact back down to the southwest, is a cat-sized brain with legs.
How far is it from me?
It's probably about 90 feet away at this point.
Darn it.
I want to run after it, but I also want to shoot a firebolt at it.
Okay. Make an attack roll. You're going to move 30 feet?
Yes.
All right. Make an attack roll. Actually, let's roll for initiative. Let's just start with initiative.
Okay.
Do I need to roll for initiative?
No.
14.
Natural 1.
Because I'm also running with Paxton.
It goes first, and it runs another 40 feet, putting it about 130 feet away from the two of you.
Can I dash?
It is now Aster's turn. Aster, you can dash. You could run 60 feet.
Mm-hmm. I dash.
Okay. What do you want to do then?
Well, I don't have...
You are now 30 feet away from it.
I don't...
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, how far did I say it was? 100?
120?
120 feet. So
Something
you are
like that.
now... You dash. You are now 60 feet away from it.
I can't cast anything, right? Because a dash is an action.
You could use Shatter, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, sorry.
No.
No, dashing is an action. You're right.
Yeah,
You can't
yeah.
do anything else. You have any bonus actions you can take?
I want to hold the bard until Bardic Inspiration, until Paxton gets... Until it's... I'm just not going to use it right now.
Okay. So, Paxton, it's your turn.
All right, I am going to use my full movement to get as close to it as I can.
So 30 feet?
30 feet. So
All right. So now you are 90 feet from it.
Okay, I'm going to shoot firebolt. So that is +6. Ooh, that's a 10.
You missed.
Okay, I'm going to use Action Surge
Okay.
and shoot another firebolt. So that is 15.
That is a hit. You
Okay.
hit this small cat-sized thing with a blast of fire.
It's 12 flaming damage.
12 flaming damage. All right. It doesn't make any noise. Doesn't appear to have a mouth, but it sort of hops up in the air when you hit it and continues running. It is its turn, and you are currently... Paxton, you are currently... How far did I say? 90 feet?
90.
And Aster, you are...
60.
60 feet. All right, so it moves another 40 feet away from you. It moves around to the southwest. It is trying to run back down to the area where all that glass is, so it's running in this direction.
Mm-hmm.
So it is now 130 feet from Paxton and 100 feet from Aster.
So if I move 30, it would put me at 70 feet.
Correct.
Man.
It moves 40 feet per round. No, I'm sorry. It's just dashing. It moves 80 feet. So now it is 170 feet from Paxton and 140 feet from
Man,
Aster.
I wish I had Action Surge or something.
So it's getting away.
At this point, I can't do anything to hurt it. And it's moving too quickly.
You don't have any ranged weapons?
Yeah, I have no range, so I can't get to it. So I'm going to I'm going to turn around and run towards Paxton.
Okay.
And yell, we need to go see if Tara's okay. I don't think we're going to get to this thing. Unless you believe you can. But she's all alone.
You run back and protect her. I'm gonna see if I can get this thing.
Okay, I'm
gonna see if I can corner it.
I'm gonna dash towards Tara. I'm gonna be like, be careful. If it gets dangerous, do not enter a room you have not previously looked into.
Agreed.
And I keep running towards Tara.
Aster, you run towards Tara. She is out cold on the ground, and no matter what you do, she is not waking up. Paxton, you run around to the south and then around to the glass area, and I want you to make a perception check.
5.
All right, you do not see anything.
I'm trying to think of areas that I remember that where it could be hiding.
Well, there are lots of places to hide, lots of things to hide behind, and it's small.
I'm checking behind these pedestals. I think it might, if it's small, it might be hiding behind the pedestals.
Aster, what are you doing?
She's too heavy. I'm not strong enough. I don't want to leave her here. And I don't want to leave Paxton either. But I have feelings for Tara, so I'm staying here.
All right.
With my
You're
sword.
guarding Tara. Paxton, you're spending your turn looking. Anything else you want to do?
I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself while I'm hunting it.
You cast Sanctuary. So it has to make a Wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw, what's the DC?
13.
Okay. You know that, do you know if it succeeded or failed?
I don't. I imagine that if it attacks me, it must have passed.
Right. Okay. So you have cast Sanctuary, and you're going to start looking around the area. How long does that last?
1 minute.
1 minute. All right. So you start looking around the area. Make a perception check.
That is a 7.
Okay. You still don't see anything the first round. Second round, make a perception check.
Ooh, that's a 21.
Okay. So you spot a creature, this little brain with 4 legs, and it is looking a little, you guess by its body language, it seems kind of confused, and it sort of strolls out from behind this pedestal here. It's being cautious, but it doesn't look like it's trying as hard to hide itself now. It looks singed, too. You have done some damage to it.
All right. I am going to try to use animal handling on it. An animal handling check in combination with message, and I'm going to try to send it a psychic pulse of like, it's okay, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm sorry that I hit you with that blast of fire, but you hurt my friend.
Okay, make an animal handling check.
13.
It turns in your direction, and you realize that this thing is too intelligent to be affected by an animal handling check.
No.
And your message went through, but you don't get a reply. But it now it looks really confused.
But it doesn't look like it's taking any steps to hurt me?
No, it doesn't look like it's taking any steps to hurt you. In fact, it's kind of lost interest in you now that you talked to it, and it turned in your direction, and now it's kind of just walking around. You think the sanctuary must have worked. It's not aggressive toward you.
I walk up to it.
Let's say this is the 4th round now. You walk up to it.
I walk up to it and grapple it.
You grapple it. Okay, that's going to count as an attack.
Yes, but it'll give me the chance to grapple it.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
Ooh, that's a 6.
You beat it.
Yay.
Wow.
You grabbed it.
Good job.
It starts squirming. Now we're going to be back in combat.
Okay.
I need you, that was your action. I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. 19.
You resist. It attacks you like the same way it did Tara. You avoid taking psychic damage, and you avoid any other effects. It is definitely, however, trying to squish your brain.
I pull out that glittering sword that I have, and I plunge it straight down through the top of its brain, through its body lengthwise.
Make an attack roll.
I rolled a 10.
What's your attack?
What's your...
I don't know if it has any bonuses. So...
Well, you get your proficiency with it.
Okay, so it's 10 plus proficiency, which is 3, and then plus strength, which is 2.
All right, so you definitely hit it. Roll
Okay.
d6 and then add your strength and tell me what else. I'll tell you what happens.
That's an 8.
Okay. And you added your strength?
Yes.
Okay.
It was a 6 plus 2.
All right. You plunge this sword straight through it, and it just goes limp and falls to the ground.
Does anything happen in the direction with Tara?
No.
Nothing.
Tara is out.
Okay, I kind of poke at the brain to make sure that it's totally dead.
It is, as far as you can possibly verify, very dead.
I cut the brain itself in half to be sure.
Okay.
And then I grab the half of the brain that had the legs.
Oh,
And-
it's got like a brain, and then it's got 2 legs coming out of the front and 2 legs coming out of the back. I mean, it's...
Well, I grab the legs. I'm holding the remains by
Okay.
the legs.
All right.
And I walk back to Aster,
Okay.
who's I guess sitting over
I'm cradling
Tara. Yeah, and I throw the bits of the brain on the floor, and I'm like, well, that was gross, but it's gone.
What was that? Why won't Tara wake up?
I bend down and kind of open Tara's eyes and look into her eyes. Is
Yeah,
there...
She is, as far as you can tell, she's alive,
Mhm.
but she is badly psychologically injured.
Can I do a medicine check to see if I know what type of effect this is?
Yeah, roll medicine.
All right. I'm proficient in medicine, so... Ooh, that's a 10, though.
Okay.
4 plus 6.
All right, so you know that something is wrong with her head, and you know that rest should eventually help her, but you don't know how much rest.
We might want to go into that room, try to drag her into that room, barricade it, and take a long rest, and in the morning find out if she's okay.
Yeah. I throw Tara over my shoulder, and we walk back to that room with all the boxes, and take Tara to let her lie on that couch.
And then
Okay.
and then I start moving boxes to
Mhm.
barricade it again.
Okay, you barricade the door back up, and you're just going to rest for the rest of the day.
Mhm.
All right. So here's how this works mechanically in 5th edition. I mean, a statistic is drained to 0, which is what happened to Tara's intelligence. You have to either magically get it restored,
Mhm.
or you can do what's called relaxing, which is not quite the same as resting. And according to Xanathar's guide,
I must be pretty relaxed, I will say.
yeah.
I have 0 thoughts.
Yes, that's right. She is extremely relaxed.
So chill.
But we could technically take the long rest and she would take the relax.
Way better
Yeah,
than
so the following things would help her. Relaxation,
Mhm.
as in like just resting for days, or a greater restoration spell.
Did we get a greater restoration?
We didn't get that
No.
scroll.
I got a greater healing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which we know from feeling in your medicine check, right? Maybe that she's okay in terms of physical health.
So are these maybe things that I would know from my medicine check?
Yes.
Okay. I tell Aster that I think she's got some psychological shock done to her from that thing, and that normally she could just rest for a couple days and be back to her old self, but right now I don't think we have a couple of days.
But we also have a safe place that should protect us for now. We can take turns, maybe. We have rations. I don't know. Is there anybody who can provide the necessary magic to heal her?
Well, you know the gnomes have a scroll of greater restoration.
Yeah?
We could try to get her back up there, and we're gonna have to go through that maze again. Do we remember the layout?
You've got Tara's map.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then try to drag her up these steps, which will take time. At least a day of heavy lifting, maybe more.
God, Aster's making me out to be really heavy.
Well, because we have to go upstairs and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try one last thing. And I kneel over Tara's body and I pray. So like the healer, our friend here is hurt real bad by like some totally grody brain thing with legs, and like it would be so rad if you could maybe help her, because you're like the healer, and you heal people. And really, we're down here to get these wand fragments so that we can try to help the world and heal the world. And I think that maybe you would understand how important that is. So, like, maybe is there anything you can do for us to help our friend?
Tell you what, roll percentile.
Interesting. Can I do... Oh, I don't know he's doing this.
71.
No. You have a feeling of sympathy, but nothing happens.
Worth a shot.
I thought it was a pretty good roll. I was convinced.
Do you want to... I think if we're going to be dragging a body...
How about
back,
you scope it out and I'll carry her?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But if we're going to be doing this, we're going to be vulnerable. Maybe we want to take this rest and start in the morning. That way we're more apt to be able to do something if we get into battle without Terra support.
Yeah, do you think after a rest she'd have like 1 intelligence?
There might be a chance that after sleeping she might open her eyes. We might be able to kind of guide her.
Yeah, because we don't need her to be like a genius or anything. We just need her to be able to like whack things with a sword until she gets better.
So let's do that.
I mean, she was only a 7 to begin with, right?
Yeah, so let's take turns keeping a lookout.
Okay. Yeah, let's take a long rest and see how things are in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go back to your fancy rooms, or you stay down here in this boarded up room?
I think we can stay here for the night, right? Or do you want to move around?
We can take turns. Well, I guess you can sleep first and I'll sleep second or whatever.
Okay.
In this room.
Okay. Well, when you wake up in the morning, you have half of your hit dice back. You can roll them if you want to restore any hit points. You get all your abilities back. Terra does not have any of her intelligence restored.
Does she at least open her eyes, or is she still clumped?
Nope, she is out.
Darn it, that didn't work.
Do I get to use my hit die even though I'm...
Yeah, you can use your hit dice if you want to.
I'll totally do that.
Yep.
And I don't get any... I'm going to leave I got to reduce my damage because I don't get my stuff back. I'm not going to use any hit dice. But what... If I get half, that's 3? Are you rounding up?
Yeah, half rounded down.
Oh, rounded down.
Yeah.
So it's 2. So I'm at 4 now.
I'm back to full at least.
So the next morning, you get up and you head up the stairs.